The combat on this just seems so uninvolving and just downright dull. I mean, I guess this game's a kind of like International Karate Plus. Do you remember that game, ladies and gentlemen friends? You hold the joystick button, you press a direction and you do an attack. Well, that's this game, but a lot shitter. And you gotta remember that International Karate Plus was made for stuff like the Commodore and the Spectrum and shit. This game is worse than an old 8-bit computer game. Well, this is it, the famous International Karate Plus. First released back in 1987 on an array of home computers, mainly the Spectrum, Commodore and so on. International Karate Plus found its way to the PlayStation in, get this, 2003. Yes, that's right, this game was released roughly around the same time as Half-Life 2. Ignition were responsible for the re-release of this, and they're responsible for most of the SNK's releases on the PS2. So, you know, they're pretty good at porting stuff. This is actually the port of the Amiga version. But yeah, apparently, well, the retro gaming fad was starting to pick up in 2003, and well, you can even play this game on the Nintendo Wii now that it's on its virtual console. So, what is International Karate Plus? Well, it's a karate game, so it's obviously a beat-em-up. Duh! But this is not like most beat-em-ups. For example, there are actually 3 guys on the screen. Now, you didn't get that in Street Fighter 2, did ya? Anyway, the idea is to land attacks on your opponents. The first to 6 points wins, but depending on if you hit them from front or from behind will determine how many match points you get. But at the same time, notice that every time you punch someone you get a score. Well, there's an interesting thing behind that. Your belt colour is actually tied to your score. So the higher you score, the higher your belt will be. Now the more difficult the move that you pull off to land an attack on someone, the higher amount of points you're going to get. So there is a real risk versus reward thing. Then there's these little things, the mini games. The mini games consist of 2 things. This one, which is literally kicking bombs with your foot. Yeah, did you remember that in Karate Kid?
Okay, Daniel-san, I want you to kick bombs with your foot.
Isn't that slightly dangerous? I mean, you know, it could like cripple me as I get.
No, don't be a pussy. Go do it.
Yeah, sorry, I'll stop clowning around, I'm not very good at impressions. Anyway, there is also another bonus game, and I'll show you it now. Yeah, this bonus game is just as unorthodox. Basically, you're rooted to the spot and you have to defend yourself against magical bouncing balls. No, seriously, that's it. They do get faster and more unpredictable. So, in the end, you're just going to fall on your ass. But hey, at least it gives you more points so you can rank up your belt quicker, eh? Anyway, International Karate Plus only has 1 backdrop, but it does have a lot of animation towards the characters, even though they all look the same, just with a different colour palette swap. The real fun of this game though is actually playing it 2-player, because this is how the game works. The people with the 2 highest score match points in each round will go through. Oh, did you just see that? I just pwned 2 guys with 1 fly kick. Let's see that again. Anyways, so there is actually a benefit for winning the round though, because you actually get points for winning the round, which is based on time. So essentially you're competing with your friends so you can get the highest belt, while also trying to keep the computer at bay. When you're playing single player, I find that the computer do tend to gang up on you once in a while, which is kind of annoying, but you know, that's the way it is, I suppose. I mean, human players will only do it to computer when there are 2 human players on anyway, so it doesn't really matter. As I mentioned in the Time Commando review, you can't button mash in this game. You have to either press a direction or press a direction with the fire button held down. You know, so that means everything that you do in this game is actually quite skillful. Yeah, you can just initiate random attacks and stuff, but it's much harder to button mash. It's not like these guys are Eddie Gordo from Tekken or anything. They can't just like randomly flail their limbs about and do like a 6-hit combo on them and finish the round in one combo. It's like, you know, this game actually requires a lot of precision and a lot of skill. Okay, so you may not exactly go into the fight using tactics and stuff, but like every time you hit someone, every time you get a satisfying punch or a kick or a headbutt on someone, it feels weighty, the sound effects are great, and you feel like you've achieved something, you know? It's like, yeah, I just planted that kick on that guy, and he's going reeling backwards, and it's great, you know? It gives you that real sense of satisfaction when you actually land a blow on a person. Hey, what the fuck happened there? The bomb was nowhere near me. That's one thing I've got to complain about this game. It's a little bit glitchy. Like, you see what happened with that red guy there? I actually did a crouching punch on him, but he didn't fall down. Now, I don't remember that glitch in the Atari ST or Commodore 64 version, so I'm going to say there's something to do with the PlayStation. But then again, it might not be. That might be in all versions. So, I've not played the Atari or the Commodore versions in a very long time, so don't quote me on that. But other than that, this game's a perfect little game, great for playing with friends, and there's nothing else I could really say about it. I mean, just look at it! It's International Karate Plus, it's fucking awesome. Yeah, anyway, check out this game. If you find it on eBay, pick it up. You can pick it up for at least a few quid? Or even if you don't want to pay for it, there's probably a Flash-based version somewhere on the net which you can play, so just go that route, or emulate it, it's up to you. Oh, and did I mention this was on Virtual Console? Oh yeah, I did. Alright, okay, cool. Anyway, so yeah, just play this game. It might not be what you're used to, but it's certainly a very good game, and you know, it's very unique, so go check it out.